Overcoming fear. Right after sunset, in a small village on the edge of a dense forest, there was a boy named Min. Min was always a curious and dreamy child, but within him, there always existed a fear. Min's fear was darkness. He was afraid that when the sun set, darkness would rise and engulf everything. Despite the efforts of his grandparents and the villagers to comfort Min, the fear never left him. One day, while Min was strolling around the village, he coincidentally encountered an old man sitting under a tree. The old man had radiant eyes, full of compassion and insight into Min's soul. "Oh, wise sir, why am I afraid of the darkness?" Min looked at the old man with curious eyes. The old man gently smiled and said, "My child, sit down and let me tell you a story." Min sat beside the old man and listened attentively to the story. Once upon a time, the earth was covered in darkness, with no light to be found. People lived in fear and worry. But one day, a small flame emerged from within the earth. The flame became the only source of light, illuminating everything. Day and night, the flame shone brightly and bestowed light upon everyone. The people gradually ceased to fear the darkness. They realized that darkness was not something to be feared, but rather the absence of light. Min looked at the old man and asked, "But how can I overcome my own fear?" The old man laughed and replied, "First, my child, understand that darkness is a natural part of life. It is not something to be feared. Seek out the light and ignite the fire within your heart. Light will be the powerful force to dispel your fear. Focus on the positive aspects of life, those that bring joy and contentment. Ignite the fire within you with passion, curiosity, and hope. When the light within you awakens, darkness will no longer possess enough strength to make you afraid." Min contemplated and looked at the old man with hopeful eyes. "Sir, how can I find the light within me?" The old man gently touched Min's heart and said, "The light resides within each individual. Trust in your own abilities and potential. Explore the things you love, your hobbies, and your dreams. Pursue what brings you happiness and confidence. When you do that, light will shine from within you and illuminate your surroundings." Min felt the warmth and comfort from the old man's words. He looked around and noticed that the sun had set, and the sky was growing dark. But this time, Min didn't feel afraid as he used to. Within him, the light of hope and trust shone brightly. Min stood up, nodded his head in gratitude to the old man, and said, "Thank you, sir. I will find the light within myself and overcome my fear. From now on, I will live a life not overshadowed by darkness." The old man smiled and said, "Go, young man. Illuminate the world around you with your light and courage." Min left the village and began his journey, with the goal of finding the light within himself and conquering his fears. He explored the world around him, expanding his horizons and gaining experiences. On his journey, Min met new friends and heard thrilling adventure stories. Each encounter was an opportunity for him to learn and grow. Min realized that everyone had their own fears, but the way to overcome them was to discover passion and purpose in life. Along his path, Min also faced challenges and difficulties. But he didn't falter, because the light within him had become a powerful source of strength. Every time he confronted his fears, Min remembered the old man's advice and directed his focus towards his dreams and goals. He gradually became resilient, confident, and determined. Finally, after a long journey, Min found the light within himself. He was no longer afraid of the darkness, but embraced the freedom and expansiveness of his soul. Min returned to his village, carrying wisdom and a heart full of light. Back in the village, Min not only helped others overcome their fears, but also inspired and encouraged them to find the light within themselves. Through his radiant soul, Min brought about changes not only in his own life, but in the lives of the entire village.